All right, hey there raccoons, Mr. Curtis here. We are going to talk today about ALICE, our emergency preparation framework, right? How do we respond in an emergency, whether we're at Oconomowoc High School or in life in general? Okay, so you may recall that we've done the safety seminar twice this year. We also did an ALICE drill this fall where we had an unannounced fire drill where we went to our rally points and practiced a reunification. It was a little stressful, but it was a nice warm October day, so, we figured it out. Today, we're having our spring ALICE drill. All right, so what is that going to entail? Well, first let's review ALICE. Remember, in any emergency, we have to have a framework in which we think about how we're going to respond to that. So we use this typically when we talk about an intruder or an active shooter situation here on campus, right? ALICE. First, we collect the alert. We're like, there's an alert, something's happening, right? Maybe we hear a noise. Maybe somebody screams something, right? There's an alert where there's a problem. Maybe it's a siren, whatever it might be, right? Then we get the information we need in order to make informed decisions about what we can do to protect our own lives and ensure our safety. So whatever information we might get, location, person, right? We take that information and we make a decision, right? And that's where the L, the C, and the E come into play. We decide to lock down. If that intruder or dangerous situation is close and we can't escape out the building without passing them, we may choose to lock down and barricade in the room that we're currently in. If that person, that unsafe situation is right within us, maybe it's in our room, we would counter. We would consider throwing things at the intruder, screaming, flashing the lights, anything to distract them. And then last but not least, if the intruder in the emergency situation were far away based off the information we got and we felt comfortable, we would evacuate the situation and run out of the building, right? That's ALICE. For today's drill, you in your classroom are going to get an envelope with a scenario. Each classroom will have a different scenario. I think we have 5, 6 or so different scenarios throughout the building. So the scenario you have in your room may not be the same as the scenario in the room next to you. Your teacher's got the envelope, and they're going to hand it off to somebody in the room, and somebody in the room is going to open it, and then you're going to read the scenario, and then as a class, you're going to decide if you're going to barricade in place, lock down, or if you're going to evacuate to a rally point area. There's no counter situation in this, so nobody's walking into your room and actually saying they're an intruder. So we're really thinking about barricading or evacuating based off the information you have. You'll have to think as a class, because remember, the people in the room next to you might have a different scenario. So if you see them running out, it may not be smart for you to do so. Right? Really think through that. Your teachers and support staff are in the buildings just to observe. Right? They're not going to be encouraging or pushing you to do that. If you choose to barricade, you got to figure out how to barricade on your own. If you choose to evacuate, you got to figure out where to go on your own as well. All right. So that brings me to another point. Evacuation. When you do evacuate, where do you go? We talk a lot about rally points. Remember, rally points are just destinations in our head where we would go if we needed to reunify or spread further away from the building. So we've identified them as the tennis court, Ruck Stadium, and the Westfield softball area down there. Comes up every drill. But if there's an active shooter, why would I go into Ruck Stadium and entrap myself in that situation? Again, and I say this all the time, you wouldn't actually go into Ruck Stadium. You would run towards that area where an adult would tell you where to go next, right? In a non-emergency situation where maybe we're evacuating the building for a fire drill or we need to make more space until we decide what to do, then we might go into Ruck Stadium, right? Or if the fire drill went off during passing time, we might go to a rally point to meet up with a teacher. But in an active shooter situation, chances are we would run to these area locations, go to the tennis court, go to Westfield, go to Ruck Stadium, to be told where to go to next, not to necessarily sit there and wait. All right, now that we cleared that up, for today's purposes, we will go to that area and then we'll work through what to do next with the administrator and or teacher that will be telling you what to do. Awesome. I'll leave you with this. We have some first responders here observing the drill, just taking note. Sometimes we change some things in our responses and procedures. If you see them, say thank you, Officer Don. All their hard work and proactive planning to ensure our safety is so vital to creating a safe and productive learning environment. All right, raccoons. So hang tight. You'll have your envelope, but don't open them until you get the all-school announcement saying it's time to open your envelopes. This will ensure that we're in sync with the support systems in place to help with those barricading or evacuating. In addition, Once you make a decision, stick with it and stay there until the all clear. If you barricade, stay in the room until you receive an announcement saying all clear. There will be individuals trying to break your barricade, just to test them out a little bit. Okay. If you go to a rally point, stay out there until you're given the all clear. All right? Okay, I think that might be about it. If there's anything else, I'll remind you on RCC. Keep up the good work, Raccoons. Remember, our safety is always a priority while we're here on campus.